I do think we're live. Let's see if I can get that a little bit more level. So I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me here again on another day, another moment, another opportunity to give and to receive. I feel like that's what I want to talk about today. Like my intention for my dancing stream today was just to give, and I felt like since that energy was experienced, that giving energy was experienced, we have to talk about the receiving energy as well in this moment. So thank you for joining me, friend. Thank you for being receptive in this moment with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. How are you doing? How's this year been treating you? Have you been okay? Have you been willing to accept things? Have you been in a state of receptivity? I'm curious, friends. Please do tell if you have anything to share. Receiving. Receiving. Man, human consciousness is something that really fascinates me. We we experience things in a very limited way for the most part. We experience a limited view of each other. We don't always understand one another. And it makes it difficult to be receptive. Receive. Receive. Something that has been fascinating me as of late, and it's something we've been thinking about for a while now, is this masculine and feminine energy that we find in the world. You know, positive and negative energies. Hey, there we go, Talia. I was just thinking about you. Like I was just thinking about you as I started talking about this. And the giving and receiving kind of energies are the sides of that coin, you know, where the masculine nature is to give and the feminine nature is to receive. And for a lot of us, kind of like easing into that feminine nature can be very difficult. It can be something that feels jarring, feels unnatural, because we are expected in the society we live in right now to be these strong individuals, to not ask for help, to not show any weakness. I'm almost back. We have to open and close the gate. Otherwise, the cat will come inside. Hey, Ebony Star! Good afternoon to you! Thank you for joining us, my friend. It's so nice to have you here. How are you doing? How are you doing? Okay, so I tripped out for a second there. The energy of giving and receiving. You know, like we tend to be very proud as a society these days. We tend to be very singular, very, I want to say self-centered, but it feels like a little bit of a sly in that way. We are encouraged to be self-centered because it's more difficult to be free, to be economically stable than it ever has been. So as a result of that, we basically form this new understanding of our reality that is a one of scarcity, you know, one of lack, one of resource depletion, one of uh, zero sum mindset, you know. And a zero sum mindset, quite fundamentally, is the belief that there is only a certain amount of resources to go around. The only way for you to get said resources is to take it from someone else, you know. And if if you believe the world fundamentally works that way, and it's the only way that it can work, then it's going to be a little bit of a difficult thing for you to kind of cope with. Because in your mind, quite literally, in your mind, you have to take something from someone in order to get it into your pocket, you know? It's not a make more pie scenario that you can think of. It's something that you have to take from someone else. When giving is actually the thing that is truly the most divine part of this reality. You know, and there's three words that I'm thinking about right now. There is receiving, which I feel is a beautiful word. Then there is taking, which I feel is the forceful word. And then there is giving, which I feel is the balance, you know, in these scenarios. And I feel we've been living in a taking society because the masculine that is supposed to give doesn't want to ask. So it takes instead of receives, right? Where are you? I'm in South Africa, Kim Garen. Well, thank you. Thank you, Ebony Star. It's nice to have you here. I'm from Angola. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We have Merman here as well. Oh, freaking Ryan Stanley. Friends, Ryan Stanley yesterday signed up to be a Patreon as well. And I've literally been on a buzz this entire day. Brother Ryan, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I cannot say thank you enough. And like you're part of the inspiration of today, dude. Like literally you're part of today's inspiration. It means so much. It means so much. Thank you, dude. Genuinely, I cannot say thank you enough. So, Ryan and Jem, at the moment, Woman in a Van, are the two friends who have signed up to the Patreon. And the way that I'm thinking of this Patreon right now is as a door of receptivity, you know, and by being open, by being willing to receive, not taking anything, of course, I'm going to be able to reinvest that which I receive into giving again more. And it becomes this generosity loop that goes back and forth. Like all of that income is going to go straight towards getting better gear, making these streams, making the content we share higher quality, kind of pushing the envelope of what we know is possible. And the fact that you are willing to support me with such a momentum, such a statement, if you will, Stanley. Right, Stanley. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. It takes two to tango. It does, mix to death. It does take two to tango, and sometimes we feel like, oh, maybe I'll stumble over my feet. You know? Maybe I'll embarrass myself. So we don't go in tango in the first place. Jenny, it's nice to have you here, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so much for being in the space with us. Add a little bit of water to the cup first. Hey there, Ryan. Having a good day so far. I do hope so, brother bear. How about you? Much so. Even better knowing another person in here feels the same way. Dude, thank you, Talia. Like you've been so present and so warm and so welcoming as of late as well. It makes me so happy to see that. How have you been feeling with the conversation we had yesterday? Do you feel it helped? Do you feel you have a little bit more? I want to call it insight, but I'll call it information instead. Do you feel you have a little bit more information right now? Very much. Good morning. I've not been on Artpan in a while. Glad to see you're still going. Reddit user Lau, it has been a while, friend. Thank you for tuning in and for sharing the space with us again. I'm continuing. I don't think I'll ever stop. Now that the momentum has started. Mervad says, you said door like a New Yorker. Heavy on the R's. I like Afrikaans is very much an R language, but the way we say our R's is r, r. Like that's literally so. Instead of saying R, we say R. So one of these little sayings we have is something like Roy Rebok Ram. Roy Rebok Ram. So a rolling of the R's. Roller. Lekker. Yeah, Afrikaans. What is this about a Patreon? We have a Patreon, Merman. We actually have a Patreon now, and like I'm trying to come up with a what's the word? A hook, to make it a little bit more enticing to actually sign up. I know it's difficult, like, and not everybody can give, and I wouldn't expect that either. But I'm thinking maybe like posting all of my artworks, maybe even posting, the artworks that inspire me as well, sharing like insights into the life behind what it is we're doing here. Maybe like probably sharing most of the stuff that I just find fascinating. I'm so happy to be back here more often. And yeah, the conversations help me, of course. I haven't had people to talk to lately, but recognizing other perspectives is important to grow. Absolutely, Talia. Absolutely. I'm curious now, like in that recognizing of other perspectives, do you feel that is a more feminine trait or a more masculine trait? Because in my mindset, I feel it very much is a feminine trait and a very receiving slash accepting kind of energy as well. Because if you're listening to someone else's perspective and you're actually valuing that perspective, it is a receptivity that you have. Hello, hello, yay. What's your much? What's your much? Okay, she's sitting down next to us. Like she has a little bit of a thing about getting picked up. I don't think she particularly likes it, but we still do it sometimes. But if I can avoid it, I'm going to as much as possible. She is. I think you'll be able to see her under Reddit if I move away. There she is. Little shirty thing. She's such a little character. I love her to bits. Man, my mind has been running. I've not allowed myself a lot of peace when it comes to ideas as of late. When it's all of these ideas tend to be one way or another valuable. Let's call it valuable. I have these ideas and I think about them in this context of, yes, this can provide value. And then I switch between one thing and another thing and another thing and this thing. And I feel like my mind is, at the moment, in a state of a little bit of a trappedness. It has a little bit of momentum, maybe too much momentum, and it feels like the realization of that momentum isn't going to be immediate. And you know that lesson, that reminder of patience, is one that has been so present, so present. And it's funny sometimes because patience is one of those things that we believe we have more of than we actually do sometimes. I think it's a more feminine trait. I never thought about that feminine masculine thing, but that stuff you said in the beginning of the stream was very true. I'm happy that you feel you resonate. Giving and receiving, two sides of the same dice. Acceptance. Ninja, it's acceptance, dude. And I've been thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking about that so much because it's so in a polar contrast to where I found myself last year in this exact same time. And because I find myself asking these same questions, going through these motions, if you will, and having this new perspective, this new, I don't know if it's a drive, maybe it's an intention, it changes the perspective. And accepting, you're so right, accepting is one of the biggest things that I'm trying to get to now. You're glowing today, bro. Toasty, you freaking flatterer, you. It is so green. It's so nice to have you here as well, brother. Toast. Brother Toast, thank you for joining us, man. How are you doing? How's work been today or yesterday? Today. Have you been to work yet? Are you going to work? Are you like playing Rocky and the Rocky's anthem, hyping yourself up? What are you doing for it? How are you feeling for it, man? Toast, Mr. Toast. You doing good on this beautiful day? I do hope so. Toasty has to go back to work today, so he's definitely feeling that. Let's say, goodness, the wind is being like. See, you're trying to stuff the rest of that joint. Maybe we should just light it. Maybe we should just light it. Actually, maybe I'm just being a little bit of a spice machine right now, wasting time, if you will. Like, fortunately, you friends aren't waiting to smoke this joint with me. Otherwise, you'd be, oh goodness, my water just got spilled. Pepe, bad monkey, Pepe, bad monkey. Otherwise, you friends would be a little bit more inclined to be like, bruh, bruh, come on, I wanna hold you. I wanna hold you a little bit. I just wanna hold you. It's so fun holding you. I love holding you. She doesn't like it. Like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stop it. Stop it. She's trying to find something underneath the cushion, which is obviously not going to happen. YouTube has a much better signal, but I miss seeing the chat. It's difficult for me too, actually, Jenny. It really is. Like, the YouTube is significantly better, like leagues better. But the comments, the engagement, I guess you could call it. Hey, it's not there, not as much, but we can. Yeah, it can be done. Mash. Yes, exactly, Toasty. This little dude is trying to dig underneath this pillow. Now I'm like, I'm wrestling her. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Stop doing that. You can probably hear the scratching, can't you? Mash. I'm good. Everything is broken. I'm just the observer. Everything is broken. I'm just the observer. Trying to think about that in the context of what's happening here as well. Let me see what this little monster's up to. Absolute shenanigans. Why? Let's see if she finds whatever she's looking for, huh? Is it there? No, she's not interested anymore. She's just digging. Digging for the sake of digging. Let's get this back up again. Glad to hear you're good. Broken in which way though? Maybe the way that I feel he's mentioning is just as broken in a discouraged way. Everything at work, it's a shit show. Yeah. I've heard a bit of what Toasty has been going through, and Toasty, with your permission, I would like to share some of it. Toasty is agreeing. He's like, it's fine, in moderation. Toasty has been the only IT guy at a school, and they've gotten new computers and new projector systems and bobs and bobs that now has become Toasty's responsibility to take care of and manage and set up. And he's like the only dude in the middle of an entire school worth of students, worth of faculty members, and now he has to take care of their tech stuff. And then one thing breaks in this place, and then one thing breaks in that place, and then this person presses fund F4 and then disables their mouse pad, and then Toasty has to walk all the way to their classroom and press F4 and fund. He hasn't told me this story, but I've gone through that, so I'm extrapolating. So yeah, I understand why you're feeling this way, Toasty. If anything, looking for that silver lining, zooming into the silver lining, you're gonna be the superhero, the tech genius, IT guy that's gonna help these just because we're feeling into it, these plebs, these absolute plebs with their computers. I'm sorry. I love you, dude. Lamar, that's pretty accurate. I love you, dude. I love you, man. I appreciate what you're doing, Toasty. Even though they might not appreciate you as much as we would like to appreciate you, you are appreciated, dude. You're saving these people's lives, man. You're just everything at work. When it comes to accepting, asking, can I do something about it, followed by how much of a difference will what I can do make? Ooh, ooh, oh, ninja. Ooh, I love that. I love that so much. You know, and it gives me some insight into how I should be framing things, wording things, you know, for myself and for others as well. I like that. Thank you so much. Booty and Barbecue says, hey, hey, Melt. Love that you pushed 1 year. So many rely on the stream. Glad to see you're healthy and strong today. Thank you, Booty and Barbecue. Happy to see you here as well, friend. Happy to see you're still here. Happy to see you're healthy as well. How are you doing? How's life been treating you? How's this new year been? And I'm happy to continue, you know, doing these streams. It genuinely is a blessing. The world has changed a lot in the last 10 years. Are we all going a bit mad? Or are we all going a bit sane? Or maybe a bit of both? Oh, you're asking good questions now, Reddit user. I'll have to start smoking this receive joint. You know, like I've been waiting for the wind to calm down to light this, and the wind is just like, no, not just yet though. Okay, that should be good. Are we going a bit mad, or are we going a bit sane? I think we are doing both. I feel there are parts of us that we assign to sanity that is now changing. And with it, our perception of sanity changes as well, making us seem a bit more mad. But the more mad we become in that way, the more true we are to ourselves. So, yeah, my answer is yes. Yes. Reddit user, thank you for asking that cool question as well. That's pretty accurate. I get it. Damn. I hope things will get less chaotic eventually, Toast. It will. It will. It's just gonna be a little bit intense, you know, for him getting back now because now it's gonna be everything again. So he he's like staring the void in the face, you know, it's just like everything's broken. But here I am, you know, the Godhead looking at it. I'm becoming a teacher, and IT keeps the school running nowadays. Everything is run electronically. Good on you, Toasty. It is, you know, and I'm happy that you know that, Booty. The problem and the thing that bothers me and Toasty collectively is the fact that they don't know it and that they don't help him. They don't, you know, get him like an assistant or pay him adequately for the job he's doing. Hey, freaking Leonidas is here with us as well. Says you look like a footballer, mate. We can get you right on the pitch. You might get me on the pitch, but after that, you know, only disappointment, dude. I don't consider myself a ball sports person. At least I didn't think I'm any good at ball sports. Thank you, though, Leonidas. I'll take it as a compliment nonetheless. I remember doing tech support for Apple at a call center. A few stories stick out. I feel for you, Toasty. Can't imagine being a one-man tech department. Strength to you, brother. Mr. Bit yeah, good thing you are a highly functioning cult member. And then Toasty replies to that, speaks in tongues and rolls back eyes and it. High functioning. High functioning cult member. You know, how do you do it, Toasty? I give all of the praise to my cult and the demon languages that they've taught me to get the ITs to work. Edmund is here. Freaking Edmund is here. It's so nice to have you here, Edmund. Leather Bear, thank you, man. How are you doing? How are you doing? If you are underappreciated, just remember those students' education is dependent on your reliability. No, I completely agree. Toasty needs to be sort of supported by a team or the wages of a team. Exactly. Hopefully. I did it. I did IT for them too. It's a freaking Toasty. No, the biggest thing is as well, and I'm like thinking to myself, they need to pay Toasty more. We need to march into the offices. Be like, hey, bitch, what's up? Slav squats down, has arms and legs, looks up with like tilted down glasses. Sup, bitch? Where's my fucking raise at, bitch? Give me my raise. that's that's the chaotic energy that I'm like imagining walking in there with. But things are brutal right now, and the school departments don't have money. At least that's the way I understand it. And all of the tech that they now got recently, they got because of a grant. I think it's a COVID relief grant or something. So they saw it as an opportunity to actually get their tech upgraded, because otherwise it's going to be 5 more years before they actually get another, you know, cycle of actually being able to replace their tech. I'm not crazy. You are. No, you are a single passerby. Will you stop arguing with yourself or trying to have a conversation? Oh goodness. Oh, that's gold, Ninja. Man, okay. So I'm remembering now this experience I had, on the 4.4 gram experience as well. And I completely forgot about it, but it came back now with this whole you talking to yourself voices thing. I was laying, and there was this part of myself that was starting to talk, and it was being like, oh, you're so shit, though. You're useless, dude. You don't deserve the air you're breathing right now. No, 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 no. And like I'm tripping. I'm like, wait, whoa, whoa. Fucking hell, who's saying these things? And I asked that. I'm like, who's saying these things about me? And he goes quiet. He actually goes quiet. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Where did you come from? Where did you go? He's like, hides back underneath the water, underneath the grime. Edmund, thank you for the love, brother Bear. It's so nice to have you here, man. Man. I'm doing well today, Melt. Got some cleaning done this weekend, and that has helped a lot with the stress. I can focus a little bit more on the bigger stressors now. Feeling good today, though. I hope you are well. I'm doing so great, dude. What is the bigger stressors, if you'd be willing to share? Pepe, Pepe, I'm gonna steal that shit from her. They steal things out of the trash can. I guess this is, one of those little salami containers or something. Freaking single-use plastics. Mild trigger. Mm. The bigger stressors, as I was asking. The bigger stressors. Staying alive, Melt, How about it? Okay, pretty big successor. Hey, freaking Jovan is here with us. It's so nice to have you here. Hello to you. Ah, oh, Jabug, Jovan. So much love. Hey, hey. She's drinking out of my glass of water. So rude. Like, and she has like a bunch of leaves and stuff attached to her beak as well. So she like presses her beak in my glass of water, like gets all of the debris off of her face. The disrespect. The freaking disrespect. I feel like the dog was like, put me down. I'm a fierce beast. She is. She is a fierce beast, Jetty. I was Cotton Eyed Joe. That was a man voice in my head. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eyed Joe? B2 Ed, I found that a messy environment bleeds into my mental space. My body feels less cluttered when my space is also my brain. Yes, yeah, I mean, mine too. Very much so. And I'll walk into like my parents' room, and my dad's, like clothing is on the floor, and his sandals is like sporadically spread, and there's like no room left on his little bedside table. Like stuff is like leaning off of the sides, and I just look. I'm just like, hmm. I would lose my mind, go completely crazy. But we all have our own things, fortunately. You look more like a frisbee and a I guess it's hacky sack, kind of sports guy rather than sports ball. My kind of sports would probably be yo. Sounds so freaking lame when I say it in my head. Swimming? Swimming is fun, dude. Swimming is real fun and it's great exercise. Maybe mountain climbing? I can also see myself competing in. I used to wrestle at one point in my life. That was also kind of fun. Like if I had my friend here, Christian, he would say to me, "That's gay," in a joking way. Like we have multiple gay friends, but we like joking about stuff like that with each other. Yeah, wrestling was fun. It was actually fun. You learn how to defend yourself and how to move your body, and you also realize that you don't use your body efficiently or properly. What other sports do I value? I think all of the sports are cool for what they are. Uh, I don't really think concussive sports are that cool though. I mean, I see the point of them, and I'm like, cool. Dudes punching each other, dudes trying to kill each other, into the ground because they have ball, and then they literally give themselves brain damage and horrible knees and back problems down the line. That I have a little bit of a hard time accepting, but I do see why people are attracted to those type of things. But it's for that reason that I have a hard time liking ball sports as well. Maybe fencing even. Fencing's pretty sick. Mm, I guess competitive shooting is also a sport, but it's not as much of a sport. Ooh, maybe like those slaying where they have to go fast. That was also pretty sick. Yeah, for sports. Tune in next week for Sports with Mel. Yo, lol. We're well aware that there's a wireless mouse and keyboard that need to be paired to an iMac that is plugged in, or not a wireless iMac. Oh, mm. I need to receive some calm in my life after just reading that sentence. It really pains me to do it occasionally for like family members. Having you be a resource as like a person to point to, and then they come and ask you these things on a regular basis. Absolute heroes, the people who can do that. Literal superheroes. Mm. Basically, we've not been as broke as we are right now, and I'm not really making the money I need to be, and I'm not in the position to find something better. It's rough, but we're somehow making things work. It's because you're living alone now, Edmund. Like that's the place my mind goes first. Please do tell. I'm so sorry to hear that, brother Bay, and I'm sure things are gonna get better, man. Like if things are working, you are in this moment. Things are working. The moments that are to come, things will work. I believe this for you. I believe this for all of us. I caught my bird drinking from my water just yesterday. At least the bird, has some decency, right? Barbecue and booty and barbecue. Like you won't get a beak full of like dirty leaves, chicken leaves, feathers, and like some debris and stuff, and get that stuff up in your water as well. Maybe he would like add some seeds in your water to get them hydrated or something. I don't know. Was your bird doing that? Sounds like cute. What bird do you have actually? I'm curious. Definitely in a clean environment, I have more motivation to get things done and just puts me in a much lighter mood. I feel, in your immediate field of vision, if you're looking at your environment and it's been cleaned, there's literally less information for your brain to try and use against you. Because like if you see a pile of dishes and you see like this unfinished project that's in the corner, and you see this pile of stuff that you haven't been moving and you don't know where to put it, and you see this and you see that, and every time you walk through that environment your brain witnesses these things and this has the opportunity to be like, you know and then that happens over and over again because you don't change the environment, and it can get even worse. So taking some time to just clean your environment, you're literally taking away your brain's likelihood, ability to mess with you a little bit. Oh yes, Ed, I feel that. Me too. Absolute alpha boy. E. There we go. Thank you. E to you as well. I worked there back during iPad launch, teaching people how to use that. Was a hoot. I mean, if it just launches, I feel maybe that has some novelty to it, where you get to see the fascination in people's, you know, like worlds when they get to use this, learn how to use this device. Sounds like a hoot, Toasty. What kind of Burby? I see. I knew Siobhan was gonna want to know as well. Is it a relentless eating whatever is on your plate? He's a cockatiel. We go live. We go live pretty often. It's totally like his character to think that what's mine is his. I love that, Moody and Barbecue. Like I love to tune into your streams as well. Then in that case, man, it's like what's mine is yours. Technically, he doesn't eat or drink that much. So maybe I'd be okay with it. Imagine if instead of a bird, you could just have a mini version of yourself, that eats like 1/50th the amount that you do. So it eats with you, drinks water with you, takes a little sip. Man, that little dude would get me into so much trouble because I can imagine him being too small to be able to do certain things, and as a result of that, having more than enough time to think about stupid things to do. And then he's gonna be like, "How about this stupid thing?" And I'd be like, "No, no, that's a stupid thing, dude. Would it might be cool. How about it? Hmm. How about you do this stupid thing, but you do this thing before, so the thing is less stupid." Hmm. You're not making sense a little bit. Oh, an actual mini me. Who would want one? Like, unironically, like, if you could actually get one right now, would you take one? You can't kill it, because technically it's you. So you have to, like, you're settled with it. For as long as you live, this little thing is gonna live with you. Yes. Now, like, as soon as I said yes, even more information flooded my brain. It was like, are you sure? Are you sure about this? Hmm. 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 You know, like one part of myself is like, technically, then you're never lonely again. And then as soon as I say that, my mind goes, technically, you're never alone again. And I'm like, oh. Shit. My favorite, I paid over $3,000 for this, and it doesn't even work the way I want. What do you want? Windows. So, guy, buy PC, not a Mac. Oh man, that's gold. That's so gold. Like, I paid $3,000 for this machine. Why doesn't it work like a Windows machine, sir? Because it's not a Windows machine. You getting wise with me, boy? No, sir. No, I'm not. I'm just stating facts. Oh, so stupid. No, sir. Of course not. Of course you're not stupid. I'm killing myself just imagining it. That's gold. Thank you, Ninja. Some people, man, Lamar, classic face palm. Would you rather be an orange or get peeled like an orange? Oh goodness. Okay. Oh no! Like both of them are horrible. What have you done, Catchy? Suddenly, I am orange. Am I still aware? Am I still aware that I'm an orange? Do I know I'm an orange? Do I see things as an orange? Do I have some sense of sensing? as an orange? If yes, I'd be okay with being an orange. You know, if I'm still aware and I'm still perceiving reality, then it's gonna be pretty much the same as what I'm going through now, except less mobility, I guess. But I'll rot away pretty quickly. You know, it's gonna be pretty short lived. Oh man, but getting peeled like an orange. Like I'm guessing after getting peeled like an orange, I don't get to get my peel back, do I? You know, I'm just peelless for the rest of my existence. That does also not sound like a vibe. Like being orange and just experiencing, you know, not being able to move as experiencer sounds more like a vibe than getting peeled. Kachi, I hope that answered your question. Thank you for sharing with us, Cobra friend. Was better than when they threatened to take it back to sub store and buy a PC. My response was generally, by all means, go ahead. The response was, but I wanted to buy a Mac. Yeah, and you did. It's in your hands. You've bought it. Congratulations. You could afford it. It's not what you wanted, though. You know, you've been using Windows computers this whole time, and you've gotten used to the Windows computers user interface. You understand how to use it. Now you're buying into a whole new ecosystem, just because your friends have MacBooks and they rave about how cool their MacBooks are. They've been using MacBooks for a while. They know how to use them. They are familiar with it. That familiarity is what causes the fanboyism, the want for it to be the same, I guess. People want things to change, but people don't want to change things. Yeah, isn't that neat? We're trying to, guys. I genuinely believe we're trying to. With the love we share, with the amount of compassion and support we have for one another, we're trying to change things. I do wrestle with my demons daily. Reddit user too real. Too real. He drank from my water after eating his breakfast. Lol. He has his own water ball. So leaving seeds and feathers in my cup. Lol. Okay. Little monsters. You know, I think somehow they know. You know, they know. They see the reactions. And they see us get all riled up, and they're like, "Watch this. watch me do this now." You have my follow. There we go. Yes, I'm curious as well, Jovan. But that's why the creative process work much better for many people if they're in a colorful environment. Creativity requires the mind to wander away to new things, while other sorts of problem solving require sticking to rules. I hate sticking to rules. That's why creativity is the pursuit I've chosen as well for the same reason. And yeah, people want things to change, but not when it inconveniences them. Ooh, beautiful point, Jenny. That's a yeah. I think that's even better. That's even better. It shouldn't inconvenience them. It's hilarious. Thank you. And I think the sun is gonna blast my eyeballs, you know, for the next while probably. I'm kind of intimidated. Imagine having a mini you looks at baby, looks at little child that is, you know, fragile and has to be taken care of actively. It's like I couldn't imagine Melt. Thank you. Thank you for suggesting. Instead of picturing a mini Joe, I pictured Melt having a foot tall mini Melt. It was chaotic. Jovan, just imagine. Like I think it would be killer content. It would literally be the funniest shit ever. I could roll mini me. Oh, I guess I just roll normal joints. I could smoke joints with a mini version of myself. Oh goodness, the conversations we would get up to. I feel eventually we would just be making a random gibberish noises at each other. You know, it would be like philosophical conversations and then conversations about more esoteric subjects, you know, like multidimensionality, the ability to perceive within multiple dimensions. Then it would, you know, divulge into infinities slash unities, and then it would just divulge into like, oh goodness, fine. Melt has finally lost his mind. It's a shame. It's a shame. The mini me's always take them so slowly, but inevitably. Snap, 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 freaking snap. Making it work. It's honestly a bit of a stretch, lol. We can barely afford to eat once a day, paying bills late, going without essentials because we can't afford them, etc. And we aren't even paying off student loans yet. We're basically living on about $100 a week, if even. What changed, Edmund? What changed, Brother Bay? Is it because of the current economy, dude? That's a tough spot, friend. Last time I found myself in that place, meditation helped me turn around completely. Me too. Me too. Like the last time I was in a space like that was in China when they weren't paying me at all. They were providing an apartment for me, but they weren't paying me, and I was going through the same stuff. And I would go up to the roof of the apartment building, and it was like a 40 something story building, so it was high, like super duper high. And I would just look down and I would think about things, and I would sit down and I would meditate, and I would think about what I was thinking about, and I would feel into what that would mean, where I'm going, what I'm going through at the moment, how absolutely uncomfortable it is. And you're completely right, Merman. Meditation helped a lot for that. You know what a tulpa is? It sounds familiar, but I can't say I do actually. Talia, please do educate me. Good morning, Melt. Good morning, friends. Mariah, I actually tuned into your Twitch stream after the fact. I watched you groom that cute little black and white doggy. It was wonderful to see. Thank you for sharing that, my friend. Yes, meditation for food, gas, medicine, etc. $100 a week. Okay, a week. Okay, for both of you, right? I don't know food prices in South Africa, but that's basically the same as we have here in South Africa as a cost of living. But $100 a week in South Africa gets you an apartment as well. Weirdly enough. Yeah, it could. I mean, you're gonna be hungry. You're gonna be like eating like $100, $150 a month. But maybe that's the next step, Edmund. Come to South Africa, dude. I have a room for you. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I know it's not that easy, but I would love to have you here, man. Meditation has been my friend for sure. When I can find the time, absolutely. Like I'm not even joking. Like you have a place here as well, man. You're more than welcome. Damn, Edmund, that hurts to hear. I truly believe you'll find a way. Hanging there. Stay strong. You'll make it. I'm wishing you all the best from the bottom of my heart. Talia, thank you so much for the love, my friend. Orange vision. Orange. Everything is orange. Maybe you would experience truly, truly, truly. Maybe there's this fundamental encapsulation of orange. And if you are orange, you get to experience orange as the complete orange. Not just the color, but what feelings it represents, what flavors it represents, what smells it represents, what imaginations, worlds, relationships it represents. You get to experience orange. That would be pretty cool. Man, like the hay fever has been kicking my ass. I probably sneezed like 55 times today. Throat itchy, runny nose, like rapid sneezing. It makes it hard to keep my eyes open sometimes. Ah. Oh, I got to teach someone about an iPad Classic one time. The man asked if there was a way to put his CDs on a computer. He hasn't heard of an MP3 player before. Watching his eyes light up was a really fun experience, and I ended up a core memory for me. That's beautiful, actually, Toasty. Like, literally introducing someone into this world of technology. and them being genuinely fascinated and excited about that. That makes me happy to hear, actually. I think I am going to move because the sun is not helping with the whole not being able to keep my eyes open. It is not helping. It is not helping. Are we gonna move more in that direction? I think so. And we keep the same perspective technically. We just have more of it. Move into a different direction of it. This one goes first. A little bit windy. Sorry if there's noise. Do forgive me. It's Marvin Ria. It's Marvin Ria. Am I missing? Oh, Mariah? Oh, oh. Yeah, it is. You're completely right, Jovan. Like, you got me freaking turned there for a second. Damn the weather, right? I think it's just coming along a little bit. Hopefully, even though we got some, yeah, I think last night? No, day before yesterday, we got some rain. Hopefully, we get some more rain. Love you, Edmund. Thank you, my friend. It means more than you know. You mean more than you know to us, Edmund. We appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing with us in this moment, my friend. We're here with you. Hey, Heather is here as well. Hello, friends. Wow, I see it looks like heaven there again. Well, it is a genuine blessing being outside, Heather. Like, the pollen is kicking my ass a little bit every now and then, but then I just remind my body to stop histamining. Like, I wish I was joking. I literally tell my body, mentally, I'm like, okay, now let's produce a little bit less histamines. All of these histamines you're producing is straight up not a vibe. It's just pollen. And then it helps temporarily, and then I stop thinking about it. Apple is overrated and overpriced brand that exploits their customers with their repair policy. Ah, man, a Pekov like that might be very true, but I don't want it to be, because I do want to get myself an iPad so I can, use it as a drawing medium. But unfortunately, iPad is a part of the Apple lineup. Apple has been a very successful company for many reasons. Their repair policies, I guess, as a part of those reasons. This is random, but there is a girl I'm quite fond of that doesn't live near me. I mean, I have the means to fly to her whenever I want, but I can't shake the feeling that this is desperate and I should find someone close to me. Any thoughts? Yo, Leonidas, that is a mission, dude. So I feel like I want to be present to answer this question. I feel there's only one thing that you need to know if you want to know what to do next. Is, do you love her? Technically, there's two things, right? Do you love her? Do you feel like this person you want to be with this person more than any other person in the world? And the second question is, does she feel that way about you as well? If you have those two answers with certainty in your heart, then the rest of the answers will come really easily to you, man. I don't think you're being desperate at all. I feel, if anything, you're in love. Can she, like, if both of you are in love, isn't it possible for her to get closer to you, or you to go closer to her? I guess both of you have jobs, but might be possible for either of you to find new jobs. If this is true, Make it so. Make it so, Leonidas. Thank you for asking this question and for being in this moment with us, man. Genuinely, that's an amazing one. Heather, have you caught a dance stream yet? Been thinking of you. Yeah, she has. And every single time she tunes in, it brings me joy knowing that she actually gets to see another dancing stream. Yes, Edmund, I know you can't change the situation, but I'm truly wishing you all the best. All the love to you. Thank you so much. Genuinely, Talia, I appreciate that. Part of the reason I helped customer exploit the policies and get as much for as little as possible. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what you do as a multi-billion-dollar company. Don't let your location determine things for you. There are wonderful things and people outside your immediate bubble. I say go for it, my friend. There we go. Edmund sharing love as well. Thank you so much, man. People want the world to change, but they don't want to walk down the block to change the president. Presidents, Heather, governments. I feel a lot of the stagnation that we have right now is because of that as well. It makes change even more difficult. It makes change have rules, regulations. Positivity matters too, and that's what we give to you, Ed. We're here with you, dude. Like, we're supportive, we're not shunning of you, we don't think less of you. We love you. We genuinely love you. If we had the means to, make this a non-issue, we probably would do it instantaneously. I would do it instantaneously. Oh my word, who is that little beautiful creature? That one was Simpson, unamused jester. I've missed you, friend. It's been a while since I've seen you around. How have you been? How's life been treating you? Positivity matters too. You can give it to you. Leah. Leah, a positivity I receive here is what keeps me going. The positivity you share helps all of us go as well, dude. This is I don't know if it's a closed loop system. Can I say it's a closed loop system? Even not completely. It's a closed loop system with the ability to add more or to join that closed loop. Yeah. But this infinity is me and you sharing with each other right now. And technically, you and Edmund, Talita and Edmund, are those infinities as well. And this way we are in a closed loop system, but it's also infinite. Infinitely not closed. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Sounds like the adults on Charlie Brown. Melton, others, I have a question. Why is being different considered to be weird? Because you're not conforming, Talia. You're not. Oof. I don't know if I want to say this one because it might hit very true. You're not relatable. And when it comes to certain people's understanding of other people, they want to relate to people. They want to be like, oh, you're like this, you like these things, I'm like this, I like these things. We're the same. And when you're a little bit different, when you allow yourself to express yourself fully, you allow yourself to be goofy, if you will, and you don't have that shame, you don't have that personal bias of, oh, I shouldn't do this, I should be ashamed or whatever, and another person sees that and they feel like they can't do that, they don't have that within them, then instantly you become unrelatable to them, and then you're different, then you're weird. But I don't think we should worry about that too much. I consider myself very much in the realm of a weird individual, and you friends have shown me, like literally, Talia, you have shown me that that's okay. And thank you. Genuinely, thank you so much for that. There we go. People are afraid of things they don't understand. Simple as that in my eyes. You're completely right, Edmund. You see it as well, dude. Morning! First time we're here. Happy New Year 2022! F Mart, F Martins, thank you for joining us. It's so nice having you here. Welcome. This is year two. This is the start of year two of us doing this every single day. We're going, dude. Day 369 of consecutive streaming, consecutively showing up for this space to have these moments. So nice to finally meet you, dude. We've been waiting a whole year. We've been waiting for you. Why are people laughing about the ones that are different, though? To distract themselves from their fear, to distract themselves from the thought that they can do the same. You know, instead of breaking it down, you can do the same. You're capable of it. Maybe to protect their ego from change. There we go. Dude, South Africa, here I come. Edmund, I'm serious. I'm actually serious. I wish, but honestly, dude, that would be amazing. And maybe one day that can happen. Absolutely. I see it. You know, I genuinely see you friends, me becoming more and more successful in our respective fields, having the affluence to actually do things in the world, and me welcoming you friends here, us going through a proper experience, being on the farm, immersing ourselves in nature. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. We're doing it. When someone dismisses me on the basis of weirdness, I try to remind myself that it is their choice and that has little to do with me. It helps some. Also, dog or cat hugs. Thank you. Thank you, Shao. So much love to you. I have two little dogers, running around here. So, dog hugs, definitely. For me right now. Like, if I get a hug from a cat right now, I'm gonna get destroyed. Dude, here I come. Our mortgage is $900 and our television is $200. Gas is about $150, electricity $120 to $140. Our mortgage is $900. Does that sound like not a lot to me? Is something wrong with me? I mean, it's not a lot. But a mortgage means it's your down payment on your house, right? So you actually have a place to live at least, and you're paying for your place that you're living in. Then television is the television like the subscriptions you have, for the shows you're watching. Is that $200? Gas is 150. I'm guessing that's for heating as well, and then electricity is 120 to $140. Thank you for sharing with me, actually, Heather. Like, this is now to me this genuine insight into your worlds as well, and like the cost of living in different places as well. Actually, Happy New Year to you, Greg. Thank you for joining us again, man. You've been missed. You've been missed. Love to you and Happy New Year. Genuinely, I hope it's a beautiful one for you. I wish, but honestly, dude, that would be amazing. Hey, one day, yeah, again, I'm sure, dude. Would a mini you have a super high pitched voice? I guess he could. Who knows? Maybe he would. I think I would get pretty fed up of it pretty quickly. Maybe not. Maybe he has an even deeper voice. Maybe he has this smooth velvet chocolate voice, like really going into it. Sitting in my ear. Purrs like a cat almost. I think orange would be great. I think so as well. I'm also pro orange. Maybe because they think of themselves as more worthy if they can look down on others. I don't even think they think of themselves as more worthy. I feel they feel like the only reason for you to try and belittle someone else is because you feel insignificant. Like there's no reason other than that. You're not trying to hurt someone just for the sake of hurting them. There's something within you that is feeling a sense of negativity, a sense of lack, a sense of inadequacy. And then instead of trying to confront that feeling internally, you externalize it by trying to bring another person down, either into the same feeling or into a lower feeling that you might be experiencing. And it's complete fallacy. Stupidity. No, nobody is stupid. We all go through our own things. We get it sometimes a little bit fed up, and that also causes us to lash out. But we just have to be aware. If you breathe before you think things, before you do things. Well, I guess you can't. I mean, you have to breathe before you think things, technically, but breathe before you do things. take a deep breath in and out, blow out slowly, take it in slowly, and then make your decision. Say the thing you want to say, because that's enough time to actually just snap yourself out of it a little bit. Food is at least $200 a week. Just thought I'd share those fun facts. Thank you, Heather. Genuinely, I appreciate it. It's like an insight into quality of life. Aye, aye. Aye, aye. Is a sneeze coming? Yee! Little shenanigan entertainer. What are you doing? Are you trying to steal my lighter right now? Is that what you're trying to do? Are you trying to steal it? You can't steal it. It's attached to me, It's attached to my neck, bro. You cannot steal my lighter. Or you just wanted to be on his back. Or because the vocal cords would be much smaller. They would technically be smaller. They would technically be smaller. Yes, I can't actually follow it. He has the mushroom. Emma, dude. Yes, yeah. It's a little lighter. He keeps going for it. It's like the first thing he goes for every single time I bend down and want to pet him. He's like, oh, that lighter is in biting range now. Cell phone bill plus gas. It's mad. It's absurdity is what it is, Heather. It really is completely absurd. I think this is it. To put barriers between yourself and something new to you. You are then safe and then being infected by this new idea. Ooh, I actually like that, Edmund. What a beautiful point that is. Wow, Heather, that's insane. It's going to be hard saving money if you can't get... He removed my lighter. You removed my lighter, little shenaniganer. Little stoute kabouter. Als je een stoute kabouter... Als jij een stoute woefterkie. He's like manically trying to get my lighter back. He's like, bruh, I had it in my mouth. I had it in my mouth just now, and now I cannot reconcile this reality. I cannot accept this impossibility. This is not the dimension that I will manifest and realize. You have to accept. You have to accept. You need to accept that lighter is not yours. It's mine. It's my lighter. It's my freaking lighter, and you cannot have it. I'm pretty sure he knows what I'm saying. Does he know what I'm saying? He starts biting my fingers. Oh yeah. Oh, so it's like, can't have your lighter, eats you instead. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're trying to say to me right now? Huh? Eats my clothing instead. Fine. Here. Want this? This is what you want? Here. Here. He's a little sweetheart. Don't pull. You can like softly chew, but don't pull. I'm so sorry about the sniffing. Get it down to aren't saving money. We get down to like 15, 20 bucks. It's scary, also necessary. Hey, stop trying to steal my shit, dude. His heart is like beating. Like he was trying to make a run for it just now. No. You can either have the lighter, but then you have to be in my arms, bruh. You cannot have it. It's mine. It's my lighter. You cannot have it. You cannot go somewhere else with it. Oh goodness. He's fine. It's soft grass, fortunately. Our rent is $1,400 a month. Electricity, $150. Internet, $50. Water, $30 to $50. Plus phone bills, car payments, insurance, and soon student loans. Then we still have to figure out food food, gas, medicine, cat food, other essentials, and somehow only enjoy our lives and somehow pay for entertainment for some sort. You know, and like what's shocking to me right now is the fact that Heather's mortgage was like $900. Your rent is $500 more than that, and it's rent. It's absurdity. I'm so sorry, Edmund. Like, is it because you're like, yo, dude, that's expensive for an apartment as well. In Texas, why do I feel like Texas should be less expensive? Is it because of the area you have to be in for work? Oh, goodness, I'm suffering a little bit. Send me some healing vibes, friends. Let's say it together. Histamines. Relax, dude. Please? Can you stop with the histamines? Less histamines. Thank you. Thank you for the less histamines. Less histamines. Less histamines. Man, I can't fathom. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can be in love with someone without even having seen their face. There's nothing desperate about that. Just because it isn't in the conventional way, there's no way to write it off. Follow your heart. I'm gonna have to, I think, reach out to him directly. I'm not sure if he actually stayed around to hear the response. Man, I can't fathom those kinds of expenses, Edmund. I know you moved out, but are you tied to your location? Yeah, I'm like worried about the same thing. Jovan, like legitimately, I'm also having a little bit of an anxiety experience right now. Can you look into drawing tablets? There are much better ones than the iPad. It's all you want it for. The thing is, you know, having a battery attached to my drawing tablet is essential living in South Africa, because one of the places I'm going to actually be using that drawing tablet is when I don't have electricity, which happens occasionally for up to 6 hours a day. So having a battery powered device that's standalone, you know, has a connection to the internet, because it's also going to come with me into these streams. It's gonna be my new book. It's just gonna be an electronic one. Read from it, maybe do like little sketches in it if we try and imagine something for one another. It's gonna be a vibe, dude. It's yeah, I've looked at the other ones as well. I technically have one that doesn't have a screen as a drawing tablet. The disconnect between drawing here on a small thing and seeing your lines happen there on a big thing is a little bit jarring. Da, da, da. It's been a bit. I have been busy in the mornings with my popperinos, but we are chilling this morning. Good to see you. Good to see you, Unamused Jester. Thank you for telling me, friend. Like, you're missed and you're appreciated in this moment. It's nice to see you, genuinely. I hope your popperinos are doing well. I mean, if they have your active love in their lives, I couldn't imagine them not being. Oh, I feel like something just came over me. Like I went into a state of calm that I didn't have before. I guess now is as good a time as any. Like just before I came and streamed, I took a microdosing capsule. So I think it might be that. Maybe that is like informing me to be a little bit more calm. It's perceptible. That's the thing as well. Like you don't realize you're experiencing it until you realize you're experiencing it. I love vocal melt when the universe helps. Well, I'm happy that you appreciate it, Heather. Neither can we. But it's living in a low-income town. We are tied here in the sense that we literally can't afford to get out. It's the American dream. How is it, dude? Like I'm getting triggered by the fact that it's a low-income town, while at the same time having absurd rent prices. The American dream. It's changing. It has to change. goodness, things have to change. It can't keep going on like that. Dog was making noise on the tripod, lol. Like they're playing with a piece of plastic, but it makes noises. So every time they chew on it or they pull on it, it makes like a and they like that. Let's get weird! Ryan Stanley! I say thank you, Ryan Stanley! I'd say I'm gonna give you an actual shout out, bro. It's gonna happen so many times. Hey, you're the monster. Being unrelatable is the pinnacle of understanding. The thing most. Mariah, know that I understand that love is true, and I appreciate you that you can be here in this moment with us. Genuinely, I know you know as well. Relatability of it's important to Mel. Thanks for your insight, peeps. Thank you for asking good questions, Talia. There's no insight without good questions. It's these dudes. Like they're not hurting one another. They're mostly audible. Hey, stop it, puppy. Nie vieslik met my mannetjie hierso wees nie. Nie vieslik met hom wees nie. As jy vieslik. As jy vieslik, puppy. Nee, nie vieslik wees nie. If Jovan or Burb head down there, I want an invite to travel at the same time. Like Heather, like genuinely, all of your friends are invited. There's an open invitation to the melting farm. Hey, relax. Raak rustig. Julle is besig om 'n bietjie stout te wees. Crazy little buggers. You see the shenanigans that I have to be doing this? And this little dude is like trying to hide. He's like straight up trying to hide. And then he like runs next to me. And then he gets his ass handed to him again. By this little monster. She's being a little bit of a feist machine. Look at her. She's relentless. Absolutely relentless. A dog making noises in the trap. No, fortunately not, Jenny. They're just straight up making noises. No tripod needed. Just making noises. There we go. If Siobhan or Joe Burb, head on down there. Yeah, again, open invitation to you, friends. Come on down. I'll give you weed. I'll roll joints for you. I'll feed you South African food cooked by yours truly. Come on down. The invitation has been set. Thank you for the wholesome, enthusiastic nodding. Hey! What are you doing? What are you doing, oh? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? That's not yours. That's not yours. Let's get absolutely awkward and enjoy the tolerance we have for each other. I've been getting more and more comfortable with you friends as well. And maybe I have more tolerance for myself because technically you friends have the potential of being infinitely tolerant if I think so. Right? And I think you are. Chris P, it's nice to have you. Thank you for joining us, man. Good evening to you. Is it evening to you? I think it is. It's probably like late evening to you, right? Our wages are more comparable though. Most people I know make around $20 an hour. Some people in some states are making $7.25 an hour. It boggles my mind. Good evening, Chris. There we go. If you ask and speak with intention, it can make a big difference. If you act and speak with intention, it can make a big difference. Acting is a difficult one, though, because you can act in a certain way and have the wrong intention, or be uncertain about why you're doing it. And even though it's not bad within itself, it might just be a difference you make in a negative way. Oh, neither my girlfriend or I make $20 an hour, and we are somehow supposed to afford all those expenses. It's ridiculous, dude. Look at that vicious doggy. Like, I don't understand. I feel like this is not supposed to be this way. And how many people are going through this right now? I feel that sometimes I go over my social experience and try out different narratives for other people's actions and behaviors. It is hard to pick the narrative where they love and accept me. Jenny, like, who are these people? Like, are they family members? Are they friends of yours? No more histamines. No more histamines. I receive no more histamines. The intention of the joint is receiving. I receive a lack of histamines right now. It's not how it works, Melt. I know. I figured out. Like I go over them in my head and try and guess the motivation. And I'm working on something. Okay. I think ask yourself, what's your motivation in trying to find their motivations? Do you have a motivation? Is there something you're seeking? Mostly friends, sometimes family. Do these friends love you? Do they actively tell you they love you? Jenny, because that's, I think, a very important part of having a close friend as well, is they'll let you know that they love you. You won't have to worry, or you won't have to guess their narrative, because you will know. Absolutely looking forward to today. I'm so happy to hear it. Oh my god, this is a puppy! It is! It is! This little dude is sleeping next to me right now. He's just like knocked out. Eat you instead. That's my motto. That's a cute little doggy. Oh, Edmund. Oh, Bites! It's Alex! It's freaking Alex Bites! Oh, freaking Alex Bites! Thank you for the golf, my dude. It's been forever. How are you doing? I've really thought about you so much throughout this year. Well, throughout last year, I've been thinking about you so much. How have you been, dude? How's life been treating you? How's the new year? Oh, Edmund, and Happy New Year. Also, it's a struggle for sure. I mean, we make it. Winters are rough because the heat goes up, and we get sick and take off days, and that's a way around they're raising my age. It's over $15 now. B, the discrepancy leads to monopolies and apartments that landlords overcharge knowing nobody can pay. It is, it's evil. I genuinely believe, what landlords do to people, the system that has allowed landlords to do that to people, like, and it's the system of, oh, I am wealthy, so I can afford multiple houses. Because I can afford multiple houses, I can have other people move into those houses, pay the houses for me, and I get to own the house after 20 years, after the other people paid for me. And then, because I've done this, I now have credit because I'm paying back my loan, and then I can take even more loans out. And then this escalates into literally being able to buy entire apartment buildings. And then you do the same thing with having people that rent your apartment building pay for your apartment building, and you're the one that owns it in the grand scheme of thing. And it's absurdity. It is absolute absurdity. What kind of breed is he? It's a Jack Russell. We call them Jack Russells. They're little Jack Russells because the dispensary leads. Oh, yeah, we're the one. Hey, Alex, it's so nice to see you, dude. Thank you for the gold, bro. I appreciate the love, genuinely. We pay $900 a month for a mortgage, but our taxes are in escrow with mortgage. Granted, there are many hoops to jump through to get a mortgage. I suggest try a first-time home buyers program.
just over my head. I don't even know if we have stuff like that here in South Africa, Heather. Maybe, maybe. I feel like this joint is destroying me right now. Receiving. I'm receiving a download of information, of energy, of experience. And it's a lot. Oh, I appreciate you, friend, sharing this with me. Capitalism is horrible. I wish people weren't too big to handle the world. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started, Leah. Oh goodness, if we get started, we're gonna be here for 10 hours. Summer here's are rough, and and with the air conditioning, minimum wage here is still there. We go, $7.25. What the fuck? I'm making little more than that, but not much, and definitely not enough. It's scary considering that student loan payments start. That's another $1,000 a month. Oh goodness, now I'm just getting angry, dude. Receive. There's enough. Let the world receive. There's enough. Let the world receive. Let people who don't have enough receive. Let people who find lack in their lives receive. Let people who suffer receive. Let people who have no hope receive. There is enough. Help us to receive. Maybe if you are calm, your histamines will calm down too. I feel it's fluctuating a lot. And I keep, as it fluctuates, I talk to myself a bit, and then it drops down again. And then it fluctuates up again, and then talk to myself again, and drops down again. Feels like I'm playing a game almost. Today has been surreal in that way. Like it's felt dreamlike. The entire day has feel felt very dreamlike. At one point we were in the tree seat. My little brother asked me if I want a sandwich. Brings me a sandwich in the tree. I ask, oh dude, I'm thirsty. Brings me a bottle of water as well in a tree. It was so surreal. It was like this genuine moment of, what the fuck's happening? Is this happening? Am I in a tree right now? Do I just randomly get sandwiches in a tree? Also some water? I felt like the apex monkey. I was like, shit. I don't think any other monkey ever got sandwiches and water in a tree. And I was like, yeah, this is lit. Maybe one of them has, but not intentionally, or nobody brought them a sandwich. There was no other monkey that was bringing this other monkey a sandwich. And yet that happened to me today. So I felt like it was a hoorah for all monkeys everywhere. Seven, that's absurd. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense to my brain. Our apartment in town, our apartment in the town over which is much nicer, which costs anywhere from 1,800 to 2,200 a month. It's absolutely insane. That's Texas for you, unfortunately. That doesn't, dude. Like I thought Texas was one of the biggest states. Part of me thought that was kind of like one of the deals. Like property is cheaper in Texas. It boggles my mind, man. So I might not be here later on, 11 a.m. here. 11 a.m. Oh, so it's still kind of early for you. But guys, stay safe always. My sibling tested positive for COVID, albeit with mild symptoms. I have undergone a swab test earlier today. Hope it's negative. We're booster vaccinated. I love to you, Crispy. Love to you, my friend. I hope you go through it, completely fine. I also had COVID the first week of December. My dad only now is feeling a little bit better. He also had COVID for the last 2 weeks, basically. It's very prevalent right now, my friend. Stay safe. Know that you'll be okay. Drink enough water, get enough sleep. It might be a little bit painful, like quite literally. This variant is painful. Like it feels you feel pain. Oh, look at this little sweetie pie. Like how do I not just melt into a puddle right now? You know, become one with the soil underneath me. Let the grass use me as their nutrients. When you see something like that, how do I not? You know, and yet here I am, consolidated, still a person. Honestly, what the fuck? Those sums of money you're talking about are absolutely fucked. It is mildly upsetting. Mildly, I say. It's extremely upsetting, Talia. I am in FL, Florida. We aren't much better at something, I believe. Aren't that much better at something. Yeah. No, it's there's definitely a lot of bullshit happening right now with the economy, with the housing market. Things are straight up straight up wrecked. Dude, your dogs are trying to mukbang each other. Tardy McFly. Yes, you do. That's a bit much. They're chillaxing now, dude. Look. So calm. So tranquil. So zen. Maybe me calming down helped. Huh? Is that what it is? Okay. There we go. Come here. Come here, sweetie heart. There we go. You can lay here. No? Okay, fine. Have some of your own space. Hey, Bonnie McMurray. It's nice to have you here, friend. How are you doing? Do you still have your things worthy of saying book? I started one last year after seeing you read from yours. I do. I do still have it. It's not that far away. You know, I haven't read from it since getting back home because I feel I've wanted the environment to speak to me. Sounds a bit cheesy, but yeah. So like the things worth saying book still very much in circulation. We'll bring it back. Thank you for asking, friend. Thank you for remembering stuff like that. It makes me happy to see it. No way. That's so rough. And the cost of living is higher than wages. That's what it was here until they demanded higher minimum wages. It's crazy that if you came to New York, your minimum wage would automatically be more than double and rent would be cheaper. That's ridiculous. I didn't actually know that's the case. That's crazy. That's so crazy, Heather. That actually makes sense why Dan was, so chill about moving to another job. He's also in New York. They're so feisty. They are. They're little characters. Unamused Jester. The sounds are hilarious. I know, it just blows my mind. Our generation is making that change happen. We will not take no for an answer because it's simply not a choice. Exactly. It's not like we're, trying to take all of the cake. We just want to at least sit at the table. Like we're not asking for all of the cake. Just at least let us sit at the table. Sure, I see you're eating literally 95% of the cake by yourself. I'll be okay with it. I'll I'll think to myself, you know, well, I'll be okay with it. I'm not going to hate you for it, but at least let me sit at the table. Is that too much to ask? Do you have to charge me for my seat at the table? Do you have to charge me for the water that I'm drinking? And yet they do. It's not for long. It's gonna change. It has to change. It cannot continue like this. I'm going to go and get myself something to stop this rays of beams entering my eyeballs. I'll be back in a second. Oh, I just took a critical hit. Like like critical hit.
weirdo as I am, I had to drag my toes through the grass. I couldn't just walk like a normal person. No. I had to feel what grass feels like in completion. And as I do this, I also get to feel what it feels like to have shit on your toes. I guess it's also experience. Still experience. It's in my bias, not a good experience. Hey, relax. Hey, okay, I'm gonna calm down. Calm down. Acceleration, making change to push forward from our current state of experience is the only way. Looping backwards is impossible. That's why we are in a state we are in. You're right, Mariah. You're completely right, friend. Yeah, 7.25 minimum wage makes me so angry. I see red. How can anyone get on with that? It pisses me off and it makes me so sad. And these corporations, like these corporations will pay employees in certain states the minimum wage, $15 an hour, $20 an hour, and then in the state that they can get away with it, they'll pay people $7.25 an hour, and they will have no shame in doing that. They'll be like, fuck the people. Money. Give us money. But you're a multi-billion dollar company. Yeah? Give us fucking money. But people literally don't have enough money to, like pay for their apartments. They have to work two jobs to live one life. Give me fucking money. You're literally taking it from someone who has nothing. Give me that fucking money. Fucking you. Insanity. It's all insanity. I want to visit. Come, Bonnie McMurray. Open invitation. Come, field trip, field trip. There we go. If you're gonna come as a party, it might even be funner, even more fun. Very much so. Still, I know more people here that don't think minimum wage should be increased. That's those that do. They have tried desperately to get out a few times, but it's just financially impossible right now. It will change. Edmund, in this moment, we're manifesting it. If you believe in that or not, it will change. It has to. We are being forced to care about money, especially if you have children. No sane human would make life happen this way. I'm in the position as well right now, Mariah, where I have to now open myself up to receive, and what that means, what that what that is going to take, what the expectations of that is going to be. And as you were saying, it feels, I don't know if it's forced because we're actively choosing, to be ourselves and to be free. And finances, especially when it comes to being able to afford camera gear, finances is an important part of that. So now I have to care about money. I have to think about, oh, these cameras cost this much, these cameras cost that much. This is the amount of capital I have. This is the amount of capital that I could have in X amount of time. Na 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 na. Get this one first. Pay for the next one of that one. Na 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 na. Get a drone for there, and it just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, but it's in a pursuit of something. At least it's in pursuit of betterment, pursuit of creating even more. In the words that inspire me, mind melting content. If you're watching it and you're listening to what's being said and you're experiencing it in whatever state of mind, it should literally encapsulate what you want to see, be it in footage, be it in narrative, be it in pacing. And I have all of these ideas and I have all of these imaginations of what could be, and I feel it's a choice I have to make if I don't want to be stagnant. But the thing that's upsetting me is these things are available. These things exist. They're out there in the world. If we can get to a point where we can make resources available to people who want to actually use them creatively, we could literally change the way we see the world and we see content being created. We could equip people at the get go. I guess maybe, and I was thinking about this today as well. Maybe there's some sort of satisfaction, some sort of sadistic, no, masochistic nature to seeing the grind or seeing the slow and steady progress up to that point. And I see that as well. And I think, again, patience is what's the reoccurring theme there is like, oh, things are going to be this way for a while. Can you be patient? Can you control yourself? Can you be happy regardless of the amount of bullshit you're seeing in the world? And it keeps asking you that question. It's like, can you? Can you handle this? Can you handle that? And sometimes it's a little bit rude. It's like straight up, just like, fuck, that's rude, dude. Why would you do that? Why would you do that live? It's like, can you handle it though? You gonna lose your cool? Gonna shout at your mom? Hmm? Gonna lash out at your girlfriend? Hmm? Gonna tell your brother you hate him? Hmm? You gonna do that? And sometimes we do, and then we do those things. I'm like, I mean, we narrate and we think about that stuff, and we're like, wait a second, I don't, I don't feel that way. That wasn't me. That wasn't what I believed. And we go back, and I feel sometimes we don't go back. I try to actively, if I said something to one of my family members that I didn't mean, I won't let an hour go by before making a point of going to them and like asking permission or asking forgiveness. Be like, what is so? Heb je de fout gemaakt? Is jammer. Verschoon mij. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Please do forgive me. And that's the way. We have to be willing to admit these faults as well. You're being forced. I don't understand that cycle, and I won't get political, but I know that those who want minimum wage increased, it was like they were here, and small businesses were scared it would put them under, but they found ways. If a business goes under, not being able to pay people minimum wage, then it needs to. Then it's not providing a service valuable enough for society. If it can't pay people efficiently, then it shouldn't exist. And it sounds harsh to say that, but either you need to pay people a living wage or you need to do more of it yourself if you're the one that's profiting the most from it. Or you need to cut into your own profits in order to pay your employees properly. I don't feel like it's a hard thing to wrap your head around, but apparently, greed is the very more convincing voice, I suppose. Hmm. People share the love and be in peace. Absolutely. I'm so naive. I know, but still. Talia, I think we want to be naive. I feel it's better than actively remembering how horrible people can be. And the whole point of capitalism is that businesses that can't last don't, and paying your employees properly is part of a successful business. Yeah, the system is broken. Yes, yes. Thank you, Edmund. Yeah, yes. It is Edmund. It is. It is. Edmund knows. Oh, hello. Where are you right now? I'm in South Africa, Alfred. Thank you for joining us, friend. Welcome. Welcome. We love you. We appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you again. I'm doing well. Life is beautiful. And I've been thinking about you as well. Been on a crazy journey. Lots of experiences and fun times last year. Oh, Alex brings genuine joy and enthusiasm and inspiration to my heart to hear that, dude. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That's wonderful. I'm thinking, what if a company was required to pay a percentage of their profit to their employees? Ooh, yeah, imagine how adamant slash passionate you would be about your company's growth, as an employee then, because your company's growth, your active work, your active participation in this company is actively benefiting you and not just your upper market employer. You know, you being more efficient, more productive, earning more dollars in an hour for your employer while he pays you at the same rate doesn't make sense. And that's the system we have right now. uh, yeah. Oh well. Agree, Edmund. We're actually talking about building one and two apartments above our home and help friends either traveling through or getting started. Heather, that's wonderful. That sounds amazing. Thank you for the wholesome seal of approval. Pro. I appreciate that. Bides. Alex, genuinely, man. Only good experiences, hopefully, Bides. What kind of journey is it you're on? I wonder if he's going to share. Also about the books you recommended me, and finally getting back into reading. Ooh, wonderful, dude. Like, tell me what you think about them after you've read them. Fast food workers here now make over $15. Good for them. Good for them. I hope they make more. I hope they make much more. I hope they have benefits. I hope they have health insurance. I hope they have paid off leave. I hope they have maternity leave. You know, I hope they have dental. I hope love. I hope they have all of the love. I hope they have so much. Also, what the books are again. Thank you for the helpful Talia. What if the entire country just stopped paying and just did what they want regardless of financial consequences? They can't make us do anything. Mariah, unfortunately, some people are so vested in believing in the government, you know, this rule system, rules, these arbitrary rules, you know, that regulate and govern the way we're supposed to live our lives because they're the only ones who has a monopoly on violence. They can straight up kill you. That's the government has that power over us, you know, and that's the weird thing. That's the weird thing that we're facing. So it's this fear mongering, violence monopoly, gangsterism that is government. Government and banking. Yeah. And we're these noise making monkeys on a planet that is insignificantly small just in the scale of our solar system. And then we can't look past the fact that we're living on this planet together. And this money system that we have right now is literally made up bullshit. Uh, Running on old code, like really old computers as well. Such old computers. If capitalism is horrible, then why is the US the country among the wealthiest citizens on Earth? I feel I feel like you are being sarcastic, but if you're being serious, that's hilarious, dude. You're like, if capitalism is horrible, then why is the US the country among the wealthiest citizens on Earth? Because capitalism allows people to take advantage of other people, dude. You know, and the more advantage you take, the wealthier you become as an individual in certain cases. You know, if a lot of your wealth is locked up in your companies and your companies grow in a lot of wealth, then your wealth is tied to that. But if your wealth is coming from companies that you are skimping on, and you're not allowing your company to be more cash fluid, you know, then yeah, that's capitalism. That's why capitalism is wrong. That's why it's horrible. But I guess you know that, you know, as we were saying. I share with good intention. That's why, that's when we put our minds and ideas together. Sometimes we can help others. That's all. Don't mean to stress anyone. No, Heather, no stress whatsoever, my friend. We are in a state of calm. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, genuinely. Exactly for that reason. I feel the same way. Instead, make money as a side effect to actual life instead of what someone else has deemed like to be life to be. That's what we're trying to do. You know, and you friends have inspired me to try this as well. Like, genuinely, thank you. Like, I'm thinking now about Candace very specifically as well, how she she wanted to make a living being creative, you know, selling her work, selling her art, and she's doing that. Like she made it a reality, and like seeing that beautiful example has been such an inspiration. Because capitalism only works for a very small percentage of people. There we go. Yeah, it's awful. Well, we all quite literally think for ourselves. It only makes sense, right? The employees are doing the work to make those profits. Exactly. What a nice dream. Life to be. It's coming, friends. You know, things are literally shifting. It's amazing. Things look cheap here on the surface. That is one of Texas's main selling points, but things don't work here the way they tell you. There are definitely areas of Texas that are better, but even there, it's not what it's made out to be. Edmond, yo, propaganda, dude. What a trip that is. And then you move there, and then you have to continue, paying your rent. So you have to you get stuck. Literally as you're saying, the American dream sucks you up, making about the average American. Your calming down did help. Ah, snuggle bugs. It does. It does, Enemy's gesture. Like, energy is real. Energy is actually real. Even though I wasn't being that much more crazy, I just had more. I feel like chaos in my heart a little bit. I don't know. Is it chaos? I don't know what chaos is. Turbulence. I think turbulence is a better way to say it. Technically, turbulence is chaos, and to you friends who know that. But yes, turbulence I think is a better description. So technically, it creates a melting of, a flowing of, and that can be good, but it is a little bit turbulent. Citizens, not population. Certain individuals hold the majority of the wealth. Most people in a capitalist society are poor and barely keep afloat. Yeah, the average American is lower to middle class. Average American salary is 31K a year. Yeah, that sounds about right. Thank you for sharing as well, Jovan. Just found my DMT vape whilst clearing out some stuff and listening to you talk. Here we go. Reddit user Lao. If there was ever a synchronicity, that would be it. That sounds gore. That sounds too good to be true, dude. Like a beautiful little, fractal of experience that we get to have together now. Thank you. Maybe you're sending me some vibes right now as well. Okay, but why did most countries switch to capitalism on a global scale and reject socialism and other financial models? Because the current government thrives on a capitalist society. Because within capitalism, you have lobbying. Within lobbying, you have governmental systems and people within that governmental systems who have certain voting powers who can benefit from that power. So obviously, if you're a government and you're trying to run the world for profit, obviously you're gonna do that. It's very simple. It makes sense, and that's why us as consciousness did that because we're like, this is so easy. This is so easy, and I can get so much money doing this. And we're like, let's do it. And it's at the detriment of people that we don't know. But the people that we don't know are still us. You're not you're not winning. Oh, you're just creating a shift. Because of wealth hoarding, there is now this plethora of pain you're causing, and it's your pain. It's your pain. Pure capitalism doesn't work. Pure socialism doesn't work. Maybe we need another solution. It's not binary, is it? We have been tricked into believing it has to be binary when it is a unity. It's a duality that is a unity. You can have both. You don't have to do it one way or another. You can do both. And it's like a trick. It's like it's a divide and conquer thing all over again. Because that's how leaders become more powerful. Yeah, Jovan knows as well. It's a nice trip. Heard of the Rockefellers? There we go. Yeah, Ninja knows as well. Yes, I have. That's exactly capitalism. Lets those on top stay on top and get filthy rich, while continually knocking everyone else lower and lower. Literally taking from them because they're the ones more likely to invest into the things you have the biggest stakes in. Taking their money, basically. Those that lose are never the ones that have the most. Do you know how much influence they had as a result of their money? People with money want to keep it, not share it with those around them. And it makes sense from a point of generational wealth and the way that we understood scarcity back in the day. But the way we are right now as human beings, with the amount of abundance we have on planet Earth, it's not that way anymore. And I think we have to implement some sort of system where we, ooh, ooh, that looks so good. Hierdie ene en ooh, minus 3 ook. Hierdie ene. Dankie mama.
See?
My mom just brought me mini milk tart. It's a shortbread base with, it's like custard then, milk, custard, sugar, I think some condensed milk, and then it has cinnamon sprinkled on top of it. Wish me luck. Melt cakes. Oh my goodness. That is genius, Jenny. I'm gonna have my mom call them that. Melt cakes. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. And it's a vibe. I'm having a good time. mm, do you know how much influence they had? Oh, of course. Coming in from the left field, someone considered humans have been tampering with their own DNA way before. Well, way before you would think. Mariah, I don't know if you know. I think you know. Do you know? I hope you know. If you don't know, mushrooms and DMT literally have gene expression as one of its side effects. Immunology gene expression. So by going through psychedelic experiences, specifically the ones we have proof for, mushrooms or DMT, you're literally affecting your own immunology. You're evolving your DNA with the help of a plant medicine. We've been doing it a wrong time, very wrong, so wrong. We probably did it as, the very initial primate species of this planet. Mm, mm, mm. That is amazing. Mm, that is a vibe. Do you think capitalist society works? If you think a capitalist society works, why are there so many people struggling to pay bills? Never mind to go on vacation and have nice things. Ninja, you're completely right, dude. You're like 100% on it. That's why so many people from across the globe migrate to quintessential capitalist countries, that is in the US. Like I don't feel Alfred wants to have any real conversations. He wants to make a point, and that's okay as well. Mama, yo, ons het 'n naam vir hulle gekry. Dis nie melktertjies nie. Dis meltcakes. Meltcakies.
Lemon meringues.
Woo woo woo! Lemon meringues. Dankie, mama.
Ja, dis wiekel wat die vloog maak het van
Like, am I dreaming? Ek voel asof ek droom nog die hele dag, mama. Ek sit in 'n boom, jy weet, stream, daar kom verby broodjies aangedra. Sit ek in die boom, ek vra, "O, ek stel sommer dors. Word vir my water gebring, dink ek vir myself, eendag tog. As daar nog ooit 'n aap in hierdie lewe was wat dit lekker het, is dit nou hierdie aap. Jy weet, daar word vir broodjies uit die bome gebring. Nee, jy was nog ooit 'n aap gewees wat dit gehad het nie. En nou hierdie, dankie mamma. Baie dankie. To live and work permanently there. Yeah, you see, but that's the thing. You have it completely on the second one, to work permanently as well. Also, taxes. I don't know how it is whenever you all live, but in the country I live, in the state, takes so much money from your income indirectly. Takes Makes you financially support things that personally consider to be horrible. What really? Like war? Like just military? You are receiving. Jenny. I'm so happy. I was like, I'm tripping out about it. I'm like, and you're like saying it. Thank you. Yeah, we're receiving, friends. Thank you so much. What the fuck is he mumbling? Listen closely, dude. Just so all you friends know, at some point, we all need hand up in life. Help. It's what we should do. It's not a hand out, it's a hand up. If we help others, we can. Others will help us when they can. When we can. Oh, Heather, I feel so much right now. Like I don't even know how to verbalize it. Thank you. Just thank you so much. I don't know, just got here and love and there's all these baby kinky baby melty. So Simpson and Peppy are their names. They look like it, right, Kaka? Yeah, she does. If 1,000 people gave $10 to each other as a group until each person had gotten paid, ooh, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. I was thinking about the whole Patreon thing as well in that context. How, to 100 people, $4 a month might not be a lot. It's a coffee a month. Instead of drinking a coffee, you buy this other person a coffee. But because 100 people did that collectively, one person literally now has the ability to have a living, have an apartment, has the ability to eat food. And it is, distributed. But we talked about that yesterday. It's socialism with with less steps, right? That sounds amazing. That really sounds amazing. I think that wouldn't even be an impossibility. Like here on Reddit, we might even make something like that a reality. You would go for a really long time. Like if you do it once a day, it would take like 3 years for it to be your turn, right? And you're paying $10 a day. It's possible. It's possible. I just I don't want it to be exploitative. I feel it might just be like lottery with extra steps. But it's not lottery. That's the thing as well. My mind is just being like, but actually, but mm, mm, mm." Receiving, receiving friends. Just walked in, but I think a big issue with this is too many people take helping someone else, the hand up, as taking away from their position, which isn't okay. It's okay to help others succeed. Great point, Heather. Like I hope it's not that case. Like if you help someone up, be it in the most insignificant of ways, that can make a big difference. You can literally change someone's life just with like a little bit of an input. And we are. Like we have had, I think I would say more than just little bit of an input. I feel we have had a lot of input in each other's lives and into seeing each other grow, into having a sense of reoccurrence and familiarity with one another. And that has been, a blessed experience. I feel that is also, worth more than I could ever say. We have influence, we have the ability to help and give to one another. Thank you, friends, for being in a place of receiving as well. Like one day, 999 people gave 100 to one person. Then a few days later, the next person gets the same amount, and so on until all the people got paid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you, but like my mind instantly goes into the logistics of making something like that happen. It's like, Went through a whole little trip. Your accent sounds foreign. I'm South African. It sounds pretty personal to me. I speak English good. Yes. Mhm. Just the way I sound, dude. I don't know how to stop it. Your comments sound arrogant. Nah, I don't think so. Definitely G Unit. I just feel, this individual might be a little bit more spiky. Yeah, fine. I'm just, I'm just not going to completely throw myself into it. I said, lad, I hope so. Yo, hey, you sound bigoted. See? Alfred, yes, yo, okay, yo. I like how definitely the dodgy unit is like, your comments sound ignorant. And then Alfred goes with, you sound bigoted. Learn how to listen to other people's opinions without insulting. Dude, isn't that an insult that you haven't necessarily listened to this person's comment? He didn't say you are ignorant. He just said your comments sound ignorant. You could have been like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just maybe I like to get to the brass tacks of things, say things how they are." Relax. It's fine. It's calm. Your vocabulary is impressive. Jenny, is it? I sometimes, think about the things I say and I ask myself, are you using the same words too much? And then this part of me wants to like, have a thesaurus, reference different words, and then think of a word and then learn the different words attached to it and then try and incorporate that into my speech. But I feel that would also be a little bit pretentious and it will get to the point where I'm going to be using words that I only vaguely know the meaning of. And then at that point, what's the point? What I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate it, Jenny. If we can speak in a way where we can understand one another, then we're winning. Naivete is a beautiful thing because it allows for much better imagination. People who aren't naive might block off certain ideas in the germ, while naive people are open enough to allow other people's ideas to exist in their universe. Just in my opinion. That is, that is like an inspiration just to read. What a beautiful thing to say. Even if it's not true, how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Does it land true to you? What does it say about the things that you've been experiencing? How do you feel about that? What did it bring up in your imagination? Did you kill some things in the germ before you had the idea, the imagination of it? That's beautiful. Thank you, Talia. Sort like the chain letter. I think it's a heartwarming idea that it really isn't. Like celebrities give poor people, poor family a new car. Generating your own money gives autonomy over it. You earned it. Now it's coming, and thus you can spend it without guilt. I agree completely with that, Dame. But before you got here, we were talking about the fact that in certain states, the minimum wage is still $7.25. And like that is the outrage we have right now. That is what we want to see changed. We can't he can't sound foreign. He's in his country of origin. He's a native. Just a different place than you. Edmund. You are beautiful, dude. Thank you for making me like smile. The mm. Stop thinking about that, please. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. This is so delicious. And then this voice is like, you're gonna get fat. You're getting fat, oh. You're getting so fat. And I'm like, fuck, why? What did I do? I was just enjoying a little snack that my mom brought me. Please, stop. Stop it. Mm, there's nothing to do with being open-minded. Yeah, that's true as well. You're actually right. You're completely right on that, Mariah. He said he's Swedish a couple of minutes ago. Yeah. Ik baie seker dat ek het nie. But to be fair, you'd have to ID your origins to make that a fair comment for it to wear. Tell Cotton Eye Joe to silence himself. He's been silenced. You know, like I hear it, and then I'm outraged. I'm like, what the fuck? Who are you? Oh? No, I'm not getting fat. I'm like, I am fat. You know, I can exercise. I can be not fat again. They can't kill all of us. Goodness, Mariah, they won't kill any of us. I refuse. No, he's South African. Those small companies had to pay up. McDonald's employees were being paid such crap they couldn't even afford to eat there. Yeah, no, no saying they wanted to, but you get what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I hear you, friend. Don't you believe in mummies? I don't really feel mummies is something you believe in. You know, mummies, mummified corpses are a thing. Yes, I believe in mummies. Okay. Do you worship them? Do you give them patronage? What the fuck are you believing in? Yeah, I believe in mummies. How about you, Charty McFly? I'm guessing you're talking about animated mummies, you know, a mummy that comes back to life and walks towards you. No, I don't believe in those mummies. When he is in Texas right now, this dude does. No, he's in South Africa. Mariah says, I think it does. Naive people tend to question things less from my experience. Yeah, but I think that's what Mariah is saying actually. Like if you're naive, it doesn't necessarily mean you're not open-minded. You might just not be well educated. You might be open-minded to being educated. You just aren't. So I think that's what Mariah's getting at. At least that's what I'm thinking. Mummies were a way to bond the soul to the planet, not to get the body ready for afterlife. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. I freaking love that, Mariah. His internet is severely lagging. It might be better on the YouTube. I feel we might have a weird frame rate thing happening. It's a little bit weird. Like I see some latency for myself, but I don't know. Like the YouTube, I think is gonna be better. Like, do tell me, friends, is the YouTube better than the Reddit right now? The Reddit has a weird tendency to glitch in an interval almost. I feel like Meld needs a tattoo on his forehead that says South Africa. South Africa. I don't think I'd be able to pull it off, but thank you for the enthusiasm, Heather. I have some experiments you'd be interested in. I'm interested right now, dude. Yeah, throw these experiments at me. Are mummies real? Mummified corpses, yes. They are very real. Is Reddit? It's Reddit as well, friend. It's been wacky lately. Okay. YouTube smooth like silk. There we go. Yeah, Jenny is like, you know, galaxy brain right now. She's like, I do like the Reddit and I like seeing the comments, but smooth like silk. You cannot get past the smooth like silk. Weathers and such. Yeah, this guy's messing around. Mummies aren't real. They're like the Yeti. It's a Halloween thing. Tardy McFly, I like you, dude. I do like you. We have By the Hill saying, Hail Satan for this beautiful day. Hail by the hill for this beautiful day. I appreciate you, friend, more than I appreciate Satan in this moment. Thank you for sharing your presence with us. That's what I genuinely like. Come over to the dark side. We have Wi-Fi. Come and sit. It's cozy. It's cozy. The dark side will consume you. Hail Satan. Oh, it's happening in these comments. It's insanity all the time. Straight up shenanigans. See you guys on MySpace. Hi, Melty. Hey, Lynn. Happy New Year. It looks so beautiful there today. It is so green. It's lush. It's lush, lush, lush. It's so nice to have you here. Lynn, thank you for joining us again. Hail Satan, sure. But first, hail yourself. I don't know if that clap was slow enough. Yeah, sure. Hail Satan, but first, hail yourself, friend. Hail yourself. Like I think the official Satan Twitter account actually posted that. I'm wondering the same. Is Satan a socialist? He punishes everyone. I guess, you know, there's this weird Russian story of socialism, where it goes, there is a capitalist hell, and then there's a socialist hell. And this man walks past the capitalist hell, and he sees these demons with big pitchforks. You know, as a person tries to get out, stabs him. You know, falls back into the pit. And he's like, "That's horrible. Dude. Who are they torturing?" And it's like, "Oh, the capitalists, some, you know, groups are being tortured there." And then he walks into the next room, and it's all the socialists that are being tortured in hell, and there are no demons with pitchforks. And it's like, "Where are the demons with pitchforks?" It's like, "Oh, you know, when they try and get out, the rest of them pull them back in." And it's like, yeah, yeah, you know, some of the jokes are dark. Maybe Tardy McFly, maybe Satan is a socialism. So socialism is. I think it is as one of the catch up on bills and debt, but people would be irresponsible or shitty about it, and they would need to be a legally binding agreement. Yeah, like that's the stuff I was thinking about as well. It's and then sometimes a celebrity gives this person a car, an expensive car, and then they have to pay the insurance on that expensive car, and they can't even afford to pay the insurance on that expensive car, putting them in debt because of this car that they've been bought. So I agree, like that's not the way to do it. You haven't provided me with a persuading enough argument to change my mind. Alfred, I'm trying to change your mind, dude. Your mind is your mind. My mind is my mind. I'm sharing my mind. You're sharing your mind. We value the sharing of mind. That's what we're doing here. We're very political today, huh? It seems that way, Talia. Sometimes these streams take a flavor. Quite disappointed. Oh, Alfred. Oh no, not your disappointment. You know, I was so vested in getting your approval. I can't be mean now. Ipona, mom, good evening. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Ipona. It's nice to have you here, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Maybe you were missed yesterday. You know, when you tuned out of the talks. I missed your presence. I noticed your exit, I guess you would say. Maybe you just don't want to change your mind. You want a serious political discussion from this guy with the shirt and scarf, bro. I'm not trying to be serious, sir. I literally, I smoked a joint. I've been holding onto this little lemon meringue pie, trying to figure out when I can get a gap to eat it, but also knowing that it takes like 22 seconds to actually eat the lemon meringue pie. So I'm like, "Mm, and then I keep reading comments because I'm like 20 minutes behind. So I want to catch up. I know, right? Politics are boring, but they need answers too. Sadly, a livable wage isn't seen as a human right. There we go. That's what we've been talking about. Let's talk about South Africa's climate. Done. So sweet. We love you, Melty's mom. Thank you. I'll be sure to send your love on to her, genuinely. Ed and Mariah, I totally agree. I don't think politics are a topic we should talk about because they matter a lot. I aren't a topic we should talk about because they matter a lot. I just noticed it's quite an unusual topic in this space. Yeah, we don't talk about politics a lot. You know, we'll get into it a little bit, but we do get a little bit riled up and feisty when we do. Just eat the pie, lol. No, Jenny. Now there's like a part of my brain that is tallying how long I'm holding on to it, you know, and it's like slingshotting the enjoyment I'm gonna receive from eventually eating it. Pulling back, you know, I'm just willpowering myself not to eat it right now. Won't eat it until tomorrow. No, I'm joking. I'll eat it at some point, you know, but I want to trick myself into eating it or something. I want to like eat it without knowing I'm eating it. Shock myself. Don't share your snack with your doggos. It's unhygienic. Unhygienic towards them. You know, I have my hand straight up in their faces, dude. I feel like it's past that point, unfortunately. It is summertime in SA. Look at all that blooming life. Is. Thank you, Jovan, for giving our friend a serious answer, actually. It's been raining a lot, Alfred. A lot. Like so much, and it's wonderful. a very unfortunate dystopian reality. It's the politics. If the politics work right, they are listening to the people talk about it, then implementing shit, and they listen to someone, and they listen some more. Yeah, and the problem is that process is very delayed. Like the process of actually listening to people and making things happen is not happening at the same rate. It's absolutely gorgeous. My TV is casting a green glow on my living room. Ooh, that actually sounds wonderful. Like, are you watching on the YouTubes? I'm guessing then. More green, even more green, some more. It's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Edmund, for being here with us. Thank you for the love, Ipona. It surprises me that you're not vegan. Don't take this in the wrong way. It genuinely surprises me. No, I won't take it in the wrong way, Reddit user. Weirdly enough, it surprises me as well. I've genuinely considered going vegan, and I've thought about the implications of that. But I also know that the universe is actively eating itself. And even though I am going to switch over to lab grown meats when it's available, for the time being, the most efficient way for me to get protein into my body is with meat. I have a hard time eating copious amounts of food these days, and eating meat helps me get more protein for a smaller package, if you will. But yeah, thank you for asking, Reddit. Reddit user Lau. Jealous of these baked treats, my friend. Edmund, if I could, open a portal and send it to you. There's a little ant on my treat. You know, I was lacking or delaying too much. So this ant is like, bro, let me get a piece of that. So I'm gonna break a piece of it off for you, my dude. Like this piece is too big for him to even hold on to. But you're gonna have to excuse yourself, oh. Excuse yourself from my treat, eh? He's been taken by the fractal of Mother Earth. Have good adventures, little ant. If Melt could bottle up these melt cakes and a little of the SA Sunshine and sell them, big money. Unironically, Heather, even if I actually could, shipping would boycott us. You would get wrecked by shipping. It would be too brutal. I have to come to America, in order to get them shipped efficiently. But sunlight doesn't travel that well from South Africa. As if your mom is whoa, 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 whoa. Also, if your mom is looking to adopt another daughter, come, Heather. My mom is going to treat you like one of her daughters, like she treats one of her sons as well. You're going to be working a lot. You're going to be baking things, and you're going to be packaging things. So, you know, there are some caveats, but you're welcome to, Heather. Come. Ana hadro di kibrikva haraka withalushki. What language is that? Swedish? Yeah, I'm Afrikaans, dude. Afrikaans, actually. That is no such thing as the South African language. No, I am Afrikaans. Its indigenous languages are the ones that are spoken by the native people. Yeah, we actually have 11 indigenous languages. It's awesome, right, Ed? You see my next comment, friend. I already did. I feel like the OP is looking down on me and my comments, though. Alfred, technically, your comment right now is very much, actually, a little bit above eye level. I'm not looking down on you, dude. I'm reading your comments. I'm here with you. I just want to lay in that grass. Whew. I can assure you, Mel doesn't generally look down on people. No, I really am not, friend. Like, unironically, I'm trying to make light of it, but I'm actually not looking down on you. If I was looking down on you, I would just probably trying to avoid this exchange, try and make light of it in a way where I don't address it at all, you know. Oh, okay, friend, and then move on. But now I'm actually interacting with you. I can. We may not agree, but thanks for keeping your cool and staying civil. I think maybe your execution is a bit sharp. Oh, then I misunderstood him. Okay. Yeah, Alfred, there's no hate here, man. We are sharing our perspectives, our interpretations. You know, that's the only thing we can do. Okay, narwhal salute. Thank you to you, Ipona Mama. Nope, I can assure you he's not. Thank you, friends, for your love and for your support. Like, yeah, the thing I'm thinking of is if it's one thing to say things about yourself, but if friends are willing to say things, you know, for you, and those things are positive, it's even more of a compliment, like an active compliment, and I appreciate it more than I can say, or at least that's how it feels to me. But I still appreciate your individuality. Thank you, Jovan, for welcoming our friend and showing him that he's not lost, not alone as well. Discussions are important to grow. Thanks for the discussions. Thank you for showing us a different opinion, even if we disagree. It's important to exchange. I agree completely with you as well, Alfred. Like it's important to have both sides. You're welcome, my friend. Thank you again. Mariah, I'm Greek. English is not my mother tongue. Oh, I don't actually know that. Thank you, Alfred, for letting us know. Yeah, I think it's like the pyramid scheme. We would have to change its sum because they made that illegal. Yeah. Hello, beautiful man. Telegram Sam. It's nice to have you here, dude. How are you doing? You won't find a larger group of people of more open-minded people. You're completely right. He's laughing at me though. Alfred, I'm just laughing. Sometimes things are funny. Sometimes I crack myself up with the stupid shit that comes out of my mouth, dude. You know, so I laugh at myself more than I'd ever laugh at you. At least take some solace in that. He's not laughing at you, bro. You're laughing in general. Exactly. He's laughing with you. Yeah, we're laughing together. Laugh with me. I can't take this degrading behavior at my 27 years of age. Like you can't expect me to take you seriously if you say stuff like that. 27, 27, baby, oh, brand spanking new human being, walking about in Earth. You think you're grown because you're 27, dude? No, we don't grow up. We're just kids in this world, and then we have responsibilities as these kids, and we kind of get our responsibilities done. It becomes this drag sometimes. So we're trying to not get into that drag. We're trying to stay young. We're trying to keep ourselves laughing. We love you, dude. We're not trying to degrade you. Oops, thank you. You do shrooms occasionally. Tim Idol, yeah. Some spice up in here. Mel's doing the next Halloween commercial. I think when I was like play acting a little bit, right? Was it? Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Shrooms, LSD, the universe is me. Sounds like one of those one-liners before a big drop. What is that you're eating, Melt? Technically, I'm not eating it, Dune. I'm just thinking about eating it. My brain is thinking and rendering and imagining over and over and over again what it would be like to eat this thing. So when I eventually do, I'm either going to be disappointed or I'm going to be even more ecstatic. And the longer I delay, the more the tension rises. The more the anticipation grows. Oh, that's what you're eating. Just eat it. No! Dunder Mifflin paper. No. I'm gonna eat it when I'm at the bottom of the comments as a reward. As a like a, here we go. But in that way, I don't know when that's gonna be. It's gonna be a surprise. I'm bamboozling myself a little bit. Or take tiny bites. You see, I'm tripping out about stuff in my teeth in tiny bites. Doing all of that shit over and over again. That's the part I hate the most. That's the part that irks me. Talk amongst ourselves in comments for 22 So the reward melts in his pie. He deserves it merely for knowing. It takes 22 seconds. Like I'm curious actually. I felt, the amount of time I spent was in that ballpark. Would be trippy if it actually is that exact number. I had to run to tend to the food in the oven, but okay, I see what you mean. Might, could, just cancel all the general bills for like 2 months for catch up instead of deal with contracts, etc. I think all of it is a little bit, I want to say contrived. It's so contrived. Watching on the YouTube, commenting on the Reddit, literal technomancer, dual wielding technology. You probably did a rain dance and not know it. So, okay, this is a weird thing to talk about, but I believe each and every single one of us, in our physical form, biological form, we have influence in a space beyond this one, and incredible influence in a space beyond this one. So, because I believe that, the rain dance always gets done, because I know dancing is very much one of those energies that influence both myself, my soul, and the whole in a positive way. There's a genuine celebration of dancing when it comes to, I feel, this universe and us as being human. Just catching up. I'm like Melty's behind on Commons Law, but also, ooh, that's so true. Yeah, I'm like 7 minutes behind now, which isn't that much anymore. And Heaven, I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him. He's still alive. He's just no longer on me, and I couldn't see him after flicking him off of the piece of grass. Ant Heaven. What would Ant Heaven look like? I feel Ant Heaven conceptually, like if it had to be the consciousness of an ant going into heaven, it would probably be this queen entity as a center torus pillar, you know, and then it being inside of this torus, and then the torus outside being resources that the queen on the inside wants. And then it actually gets to actively, in an enjoyable way, interact with the queen, feeding it from a source that is accessible. He doesn't ever have to be away from the queen, because the queen is also the thing feeding into the whole system which he is a part of, which is his heaven. I don't know. I mean, that's what I conceptualize as an ant heaven, in this moment. Maybe. Who knows? Beautiful. Back. Welcome back, beautiful Dave. Thank you for the love, Talia. That's beautiful. We politicize everything and suffer for it greatly. Not everything about the human experience needs space in politics. Just melted into an ant. Technically, if you're an ant, and the reason I bring the queen into that environment, that is literally what your primary drive is. You're like, oh, I need to get food for the queen. The queen is gonna make more babies. More babies means that we continue living, so we can continue feeding the queen. And that's your mindset. And if you die in that moment, and you go to your conceptualized heaven, I see that fractal reality as being something that ant could conceptualize for itself, and technically it would be a heaven. It would love it. It would vibe for eternity. Yeah, maybe. Or it'd be like, okay, enough of all of this. Let's reborn. Maybe that's an egg. That whole heaven is an egg that eventually hatches, creates a new being. Oh, my brain, stop. Melts. Just melts. Do you want ants, Lana? Because that's how you get ants. Lose everything and suffer for it greatly. Not everything about the human existence needs space in politics. You're right, Edmund. Mosquito in my ear. So you heard it. You heard that mosquito, dude. Like, I saw it and I tried to kill it because I don't want it in my space. And technically, my space is now all of planet Earth. And I know that he's somewhere in space with me. Little fucker wants to drink my blood and shit. Absolutely not. Unless you ask. Unless you ask and you don't make me itch, I do not accept these terms. I thought the mosquito was buzzing, was coming from my room. Alfred, I'm happy you're like Toasty wasn't the only one tripping out a little bit. The ant is the portal to send the treat. Here we go. Where in South Africa are you exactly right now? Exactly. In Limpopo, in a town called, or close to a town called Groblersdal, if you're interested, friend. Where did the cupcake go? It was right there in your hand. And just like in this conceptualized reality, feeds this little cupcake to its queen, vroom, disappears into this hyperbolic, dimension. Like, oh, okay, guess no cupcake for me. Oh, it's an interactive stream today. It's like we're actually there. You are here. You are here, Dame. To me, you're very much here, friend. I can read your words. I can see your insights. Back to the oven, making Starbucks egg bites for my sis, so she stops buying them. Fingers crossed, they're tasty. Fingers crossed, Dame. What a wonderful sister you are. That's amazing. I really like that. Two bugs mating just landed on me. It's kind of rude. I saw it's such a long stream too. Yeah, we're going on our third hour now. Actually, we're going on the third hour. I have 16% on my main phone, 18% on the Reddit phone. Sounds like I can't let the comments end then. You shall never eat cake. The cake is a lie. The cake is a freaking lie, Toasty. I'm happy that there's some friends that know that reference as well. If you haven't, if you want to play a puzzle game that is breathtaking, like uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Encapsulating, enthusiastically inspiring when it comes to wanting to, like continue the narrative and see what happens next. Portal. Play Portal. It's a cool game. It's really a cool game. The cake is a lie. Remember, the cake is a lie, drifting. Lie a mile away. Some say he's still holding the pastry until this very day. We'll never get to taste the sweet release of pastry. He has become one of the cake, yes. Like, weirdly enough, I don't know if, I think you know, Edmund, but if you're holding on to something and you're in a very psychedelic state of mind, let's call it, things can quite literally melt into and a part of your hand, at least to your senses, until you become aware of that. Have to go, friend. You helped me a lot today. Jenny, thank you, friend, for your active participation and your love as well, my friend. We appreciate you so much. Have a good day. Have a good day. Thank you for helping us as well. I just see cake and grass right now. Cake in the grass. There's a bit of cake in the grass. I hope one of the little ants find it. Excuse me. I hope one of the little ants find it and, is super excited about that reality for himself. Maybe he can share and tell one of his friends that, oh, there's this cake, somewhere. I was on top of it. It was 50 times bigger than I am. No, can't be 50. 500 times. No. 5,000 times. No. Five. Like, just imagine what that little creature must think about the scale of this little thing, and I can, like, eat it in a single bite. I hear a bug playing the drums, the bongo beetle practicing his paradiddles. Ah, perfect little paradiddles. Saw my mom sell her sweets there. Does your mom sell her sweets there, or is it her making them lovely for your family? So no, she's selling them. And these are being sold. These are just, like, I think the extra ones. Sorry, Skeetos. Yeah, I gotta go. I agree with that, actually, Toasty. I feel it's the lack of consent. Like, we have enough blood to give to the mosquitoes, but they have to, like, inject these anti-clogging agents into our skin so that it doesn't seal up, so they can keep our blood liquid. And then also that anti-clogging agent causes us to itch, swell up a little bit. So many, so many yikes things happening at the same time. How old are you? My body is 23 years old, my friend. Oh shit. I thought you were leaving, Toasty. Me too, Edmund. I'm very much vibing right now.
The mosquito was very much in my room, I swear. I got grabbed by like 20 people this morning. Ugh, I'm hiding now. Like everybody just wanted themselves some toasty. Was like, I need to get myself this shit fixed. There's one person in this entire facility that knows how to get my shit fixed. Just like latches onto toasty. Damn. How did that happen, Ed? Someone mixed some uninnocent things in your meal. We love you too, Edmund. I wonder. I'm not sure it sounds unpleasant. I'm new. Day 369 of what? Day 369 of actively showing up, friend. This is day 369 of me consecutively every single day streaming and showing up. Climbing the mountain, friend. Walking into infinity, with my head up. Thank you for joining us. Dude, I know the feeling. Wishing you all the stealthy vibes. Thank you, Edmund. I mean, they all have problems. Must be so. I love you guys too. Please confirm so I can get rid this vision in my head of you being mugged. Me? No, 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 no. It's just the people that wanted him to fix their problems. And I think no mugging. Can you write down your location that you mentioned earlier? Alfred, just to show you that I value you and your attention and your presence, Limpopo, Groblersdal. Ooh, 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 it's Steve the Pirate! And he gave us a freaking gold and says 369. Damn, you fine. Ow! Ow! Thank you for joining us, Steve. It's so nice to have you here, brother. Here we are, man. We've been going through the whole of 2021, dude, actively streaming, and here we are again. I see you're doing well as well. Still doing your streams. It makes me happy to see you, brother Bear. Thank you for joining us here. Bro, why people always downvoting you, lol? They have no chill. I don't know. I don't actually look at the downvotes, so I'm only now seeing it. Like I have my chat open and then it like gets stuck on the one number that tells me watch. Like today I think it was 13. So I'm like under the impression that 13 people are watching. And then because the comments are kind of covering all of the other data points, I don't really see the downvotes, dude. And it's okay. I feel if everyone had the same opinion, the same perspective, it wouldn't be beneficial either, man. Damn, you fine. Hoping you can suck it to me one more time. Limpopo is that's the one, Heather. Thank you. No, thank you, Alfred. Thank you, friend. And that's why Melty is one of the awesome. It's only love, friend. It's only love. From the window to the wall. I'm gonna eat this freaking treat now, y'all. mm, 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 mm. Even better than I imagined. Fine, eat the cake. The cake has been eaten. The conclusion has been made. So, Steve, you don't know. Like, since I was 20 minutes behind on comments, like actually 22 minutes behind on comments, I'm pretty sure, I was holding on to that little treat and I wasn't going to eat it until I reached the bottom of the comments. And you were here for it, dude. The triumph. It's okay. I love your mushroom necklace. Thank you. This mushroom necklace has the functional benefit of also being. Oh no! My lighter. So, one of my puppers has been playing with my lighter this whole time. But around my lighter, I had this little string that I'm going to tie back up. It was a part of the scarf that DJ sent me. And then after washing it one day, this was just loose outside of it, outside of the rest of the scarf. And I looked over the scarf and I can't find where it came from. There's no place at which there is like a bit torn off. And my brain doesn't really like that too much. It's like,
Okay. So now I'm carrying it with me to trip myself out. Oh, what a roller coaster. I appreciate that so much. We appreciate you, Alfred. Genuinely, man. I always feel invisible in real life and sometimes on the internet. You're not. You're not. If you want to be visible, be bright, be light. How about that, dude? How's that for a piece of advice? What a roller coaster. So cute. You deserve it. Enjoy. Thank you. Finally, Melt ate the pastry. The pastry's been eaten. Nils, thank you for joining us as well, my friend. Real talk, bro. Now, Melt is the pastry. Becomes one with the pastry. Becomes the flavor of the pastry. Melts into the pastry. Like, for some reason, my mind is like trying to generate some sort of visual expression of the words I'm trying to say. And the way it's doing that is like pastry, and then it throws a bunch of fractals on that shit. It's like, oh, look, oh, pastry. Okay, you want pastry? Oh, all of this filling does this. I'm like, yes. Okay, thank you, visual brain. I appreciate it. Uh, sure. Thank you. I appreciate you, friend. That's what melt streams are beautiful. You can find great minds, great people, and feel heard, seen, and most importantly, learn something. Thank you, Dan. Like this exchange is what's most important. I appreciate you, friends, being here with me. Glad you came, Alfred. Genuinely, I was in the kitchen when he said that, and that was the first thing that came to mind. Brother Winter. Melt is the pastry and the whoa. Melt is the pastry and the pastry is melt. It's a molten mix. Technically, like there is no distinguishing what is pastry and what is me right now because it's not completely digested, but it will be, and then inevitably become me. It will facilitate the thoughts I will be thinking, the moves I'll be making, the dance I'll be dancing, if you will. So, at what point is the pastry no longer me? Was it me all along? Oh, thank you. You're loved, loving, lovable, and worthy of love. Toasty, thank you for reminding me that love is true today, friend. I appreciate that so much. There's a Discord if you're on there. Lots of positive vibes. Yeah, you're welcome, friend. You guys are amazing. No, Jovan. No, no, Jovan got it. If you want to be invisible, if you want to be visible, be light. That's a whole lot of beauty in that card. Thank you, man. I feel that one is like a pinnacle type of moment. If you want to be visible, be light. And it's simple, It doesn't feel too presumptuous. It doesn't expect you to be something that you can't or won't be. I really like that as well. Thank you actually for putting it in a way that I can see it, Talia. That's a whole lot of beauty in that quote. An abundance of love to you all, to you as well. Thank you, brother Edmund. This has been the best fam I could ask for. No, you, Heather. I laugh, I love, I learn. Love and access to every single one reading this. Thank you so much, friends. The pastry is going to become a part of you because of the energy and nutrients it gives to you, literally. One for the books. Today has been an amazing stream. We're hitting on like 2 hours and 48 minutes right now. One for the book. I see the sun setting. So just in case I missed the ending, let me say a beautiful, restful evening to you, Melt, and the Melt fam, watchers, chatters, lurkers alike. Dame, thank you so much, my friend. We are made out of biological dough, mushing around and moving, animating, talking with one another. And I appreciate you friends talking to me. Time to go. Yeah, me too actually. All the light and light. All okay, I love reading this. Like this is one of the things that Ninja says all the time, and it's beautiful. All the love and light in me sees and acknowledges and appreciates all the love and light in all of you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much, Ninja. We appreciate you. Definitely worth a spot in the book. Oh, absolutely. It's definitely gonna go in there. The egg bites look good. Fingers crossed, sister likes them, and we can curb the Starbucks. Let us know tomorrow. Please do, Dame. I would love to, have a conclusion to this story. Thank you, Dame. Thank you, friends. I appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me to receive. Thank you for being in a state of receptivity to these streams, to these moments, to these conversations that we choose to have. I love and appreciate you just as you are. Thank you for everything you're willing to share with me. Love you and appreciate you. See you again tomorrow, everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye, friends. I love you. Bye bye.